You can make time, lose time, spend time, save time, but you can do none of that unless you can tell time. For centuries, we've done that well enough by fairly standard means. No reason to change that either, unless you want to tell time with a flair, a little style. If that be the case, dear viewer, this is the place for you, the showroom of Rick Stanley, clockmaker. When people come up here, what's their reaction?
Their reaction was similar to yours. They start smiling and usually get a laugh out of it too. The idea for this initially was a machine built in the 1920s that tested shoes, and there's about 6 or 8 shoes on it, and it would test for wear, and it was a spoked wheel with a conveyor belt under it. Just reversing that idea, powering the shoes, it walks 14 feet, and it'll come over here, it advances the hour, then it'll return 14 feet back. And it walks about 2,700 miles in 1 year. So it does do a good job of testing shoes.
If you think of time, Rick says, the telling of it is pretty boring, and digital clocks haven't improved things a whole lot. He says he merely wants to make time a little more, well, colorful, fun, interesting.
Time is kind of digitalized now, and it doesn't mean anything but other numbers and things. I wanted to kind of celebrate time, have something that the people could look at and say, boy, that's a neat clock. How this clock works is that every minute a golf ball, which is a little ball bearing, will come up on this tee here. 30 seconds later, then he'll swing and knock it into the hole here. And the number of balls are counted since it hits it every minute. This is the minute. Okay. And then up here is the hour displayed on the flag. And then what happens on the hour is this little solenoid will open up, and the balls will come up this little auger and refill the under the play field, reset for the balls there.
Wow. Rick's son Vince came up with the idea for this clock. Bet you never saw a clock with 2 fish tanks and pumps as the main part of the mechanism.
This is our water clock. Water clocks have been in existence since the beginning of time. And on a typical clock like this one, the face is only on one side. And if you want to see it on other sides, you have to add more faces, just like a tower clock, like Big Ben. But on this clock, we made it 360 face. So this current yellow cylinder here, this is the hour. So right now, it's 12:03. So this is the 3rd minute after 12. And slowly, the minute cylinder will slowly trickle up to the 60th minute, and then this will dump all the minutes into its fish tank at the bottom. And then at the hour, at the first hour, then all the water from the hour will dump into the tank. So this is the only clock that I know of that has 2 fish tanks, and then there's a motion detector light to show you what time it is when you're nearby.
How long did it take to do this one? How many trials? How many errors?
Yeah, I have a dumpster full of errors. This is our domino clock. There's 59 dominoes arranged in an S-shaped pattern, and each domino has its minute on it. And one stands up each minute for the hour, and then at the end of the hour, the hand knocks down all the dominoes. And then it hits the teeter-totter, which advances the time.
That's amazing. I could not work here at the Stanley Clockworks in Millville. I would be caught up in watching these things work, the steady rhythm of them as they go about their business, telling us if we're late or early or right on the mark. Now this one I truly love this one. This just got so much going for it. But you explain it to us now. Tell me what I was looking at.
How this works is the hour number is captured right here. The minutes are across here. On the hour, it starts up hits a switch. This will teeter-totter. It'll come up here to the next hour. And then the minutes will reset when it works its way down here. At this point, it will teeter-totter back. It will get ready to trigger to the next hour, and the minutes will come back. And it's set up now to take a half hour to roll down this inclined plane, half hour each direction.
But tell me how you have this timed now. This is just not a random thing, is it?
That's correct. This is oil-filled chamber, and each of these chambers here has a small hole in it, which allows the fluid to go from one chamber to the other. So it's timed now, so as soon as this fluid goes from this chamber to the other, the wheel index a small amount until it works its way all the way down to the end.
Man. They are such fun, these clocks created and built here at the Stanley Clockworks. They make the customary ones, to be sure, but if something different is what you seek, something novel, a device that will tell you the time and keep your neighbors talking, well, this is the place. They tell time here, and they do it in an unforgettable way.